I really didn't think about it. I just, I'm mainly about having fun. It's like I'm trying to get a lot of content for my video. That's it. I really didn't, I was like, I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. It's like I didn't think of it. Just have fun.
Hi, welcome to Bert To The Bone. And today my guest is from the land of the rising sun. And it's from Japan. It's Ran, or aka Flipsoft. Hey, Flipsoft, how you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you doing, Bert?
Yeah, are you just finished working, or?
Yeah, it's a day off today.
Day off today, are you? Not specially for this, did you? Or?
Nothing much.
It's well, actually, I'm gonna call you Ran because you prefer to call you Ran, because I didn't really, I actually didn't know how to call you. Is it Ran? Is it Randall? Is it Flipsoft? But it started actually, to be honest, to see your first. I saw your name, Randall Buonventura, and I said, "Well, you can say me a lot, but this is not Japanese." So it was it was something that I really was saying. Okay, so I came. Tell us about that. I mean. What is...
So, well, yeah, I'm born and raised Filipino, and yeah, I have Spanish blood in me. That's why it's called Buenaventura. It's like a good venture.
Yeah.
As you call it in English. Yeah. And yep.
And
now I'm living in Japan.
You're living in Japan. Where do you live in Japan?
Like I came to Japan like 19 years ago.
Ooh, that's a long time.
When I was like junior high school.
So what is your age then?
It's 32 right now.
32, man. I wouldn't say that you were 32. I mean, you have the...
Yeah. I still get ID check in the club.
You're just like my wife. She's the same. She's like... She's getting 37 now, and you just give her 23 or 22 sometimes, but okay for me, okay for her. But yeah, I saw that you were... I saw that, so I saw, man, how is this possible? A Japanese man with those names, and then after that I heard that you were Filipino. So, but how is it? I mean, how does this blend? I mean, because for us, Japan, don't misunderstand us, is far away, and it's a very strict culture. It's a very strict culture, we think. So how does that blend? How does it blend?
Yeah, it's like Japan is really. How do you say that? Very discreet country, It's like they don't want to be on the spotlight that much.
Yeah.
Well, compared to America, it's like so.
But how do you, as you came 19 years ago, how did that work? I see online you blend well with all the Japanese guys, and I mean, is that just like one, or is it hard to get in the community there, or is it?
Not really, especially it's like the community of Speed QB, Japan Speed QB. It's like we're the one who started it. So it's actually me and another guy I'm working with, Paul, from Black Fox.
Yeah.
So and the other one, he used to be with us, like Kameda.
Yeah.
He's the first guy. He's the first Japanese who went to Tech City to play airsoft there, but he didn't do Speed QB. And then afterwards, he was the one who introduced the Speed QB scene to me. And then it was like me, him, and Paul was like, yeah, let's do the Japan Speed QB.
So yeah, that's so. The other question is, why the name Flipsoft? Because everybody knows you by the name Flipsoft. Why the name Flipsoft?
So yeah, before we got into Japan Speed QB, when we were playing airsoft, it was me and then other two Filipino guys. So it used to be like flip airsoft. It's like a slang of calling a Filipino.
Yeah.
They just call it like flip.
Yeah. And that's why it's...
So, and then, yep.
Cool.
And then after that, the other two guys, they stopped playing airsoft. And then I was like, I'm going to mix this, like make it Flipsoft easier. It's like, and then it just got stuck there.
To be honest, sometimes I'm jealous if I see your story pictures and that kind of things. I really see. I know somewhere in my investigation, I saw you did some pizza baking and things like that. But now I see some beautiful pictures with beautiful legs and beautiful bars. But so what is your job?
Yeah, mainly my job right now is bartending.
Yeah,
Besides, working in the airsoft field. And before bartending, I used to work in a kitchen.
yeah, as a pizza
Yep.
baker. So, but bartending. I mean, those pictures.
Mainly everything in the kitchen. It's like main, pasta, appetizers, side dish. We do
Okay.
all of it.
And now you're working in a bar.
Yep.
Is that an exclusive bar?
Not really. It's like I work in 3 bars actually.
Okay.
It's in a club, in a restaurant, and then a lounge actually.
Okay. So, but the hot pictures are coming from the club, I think.
Lately, after it's not a lockdown actually. It's like a state of emergency that we have to be working in a limited time,
Yeah.
like until 8 p.m. only, and then we have to close. So I'm only working in a lounge right now.
It's so are you're a bartender or are you making cocktails or what are you doing? I mean,
Yep, mainly bartending.
yeah. So you're making the cocktails as you're shooting your pistols?
Yep.
Yeah. So they're on point. They're on point. So
Yep.
enough alcohol in there. It's yeah, we just go through this. I mean, I think I've got 20,000 questions if I want to, but I just want to try. I just want to try to understand
Mm-hmm.
how the people is gonna feel like how it is to be a part of the culture in Japan and a part of culture of the speakeasy culture. So my questions are really we are really start going a little bit to the game, to the gaming and yeah, gaming, because I actually before I knew you, because I saw you 3 years ago, but that's something
Yep.
where it's 3 years ago I met
Yeah,
you.
I didn't have a chance to talk to you like 3 years ago. It's
That's
like,
it.
you didn't
That's
even-
it.
Yeah.
But actually on that moment we didn't know each other because I was just
Yep.
exploring what is speakeasy in LA. So and I saw you there because we shake hands, but
Yeah.
we shake hands, but you were there and you were actually a member or a guest of
Yeah.
of the team
Captive.
of Captive. Yeah, it was of
Yep.
Captive. And you're playing because the championships were there. You were there. You were a guest at Captive. I mean,
Yep.
how does these things work? I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, mainly SNS, like through Instagrams. Like I was getting, in touch with the guys in the local SYG Captive, and then yeah, probably Captive is like a fan of Black Fox too. It's like, and then they was like, hey, if you're coming to LA, you're gonna ride with us. It's like,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I would love to. It's like,
But I mean, it worked well. I mean, it worked well.
yep,
Was that your first time being there? Was it the first time being in LA and playing with the boys, or
yep.
How
First time.
how was that feeling?
Yeah, it was like, I love the rush there, compared to the Japan scenes. Like, the aggression is real different.
But I mean,
It's like you want to take it back to Japan.
yeah. But I mean, you're just a completely person that they don't know. They don't know how it played, and I don't know how many weeks you were there before, but I think it were days. And did you
Yeah, it
train
was
before?
days, like, 3 days before the tourney.
And did you train before, or did you just say, okay, on Saturday we're there, I'm taking that position, and let's go?
No training. It's like that time I was staying at the
Yeah,
DJ's place, the SYG DJ.
that's what you DJ, yeah.
Yeah, he used to be a captain player before, and then we were supposed to be playing in the same team. And then on the last minute, I was put in the captive 2, and then he was playing captive 1. And he was so upset. It's like, we're supposed to play together. It's like,
So I didn't remember there were 2 teams on. To be honest, 2 teams of captive, but there was actually.
Yep.
It's
yeah, because they had four, I think 4. Yeah, 4 new members, and then so they have the 3 brothers separated on both teams, captive 1 and captive 2.
Yeah, I saw. To be honest, they are really remarkable because in that time, they had that dark red shirt, and they were actually the guy that was was one of the team captains. They came to me and he gave me that was my
Mhm.
first official Speak Beat team. Speak Beat team.
Official patch.
Yeah, patch. That was my first official Speak Beat team patch that was given to me, and that was from the guys of Captive. But the
Mhm.
Captive is I didn't know what place what place you were there on the on the championship.
I barely remember. I think around 5 or 4th. I think.
Okay. So what is your position in the what is your position as a Speak Beat player? Are you offensive or defense?
I could do both actually, and then during Captive 2, they put me on the back left, and then it went well actually. The first game, I
Yeah.
had like 4 kills on the first game. It's like, yeah.
So you're looking forward to go back, but I think going to that step. I mean, you were there now as a gas, but are you?
Yep.
I mean, but a lot of people know Black Fox. I mean, they know Black Fox, but they don't know Black Fox because just give us, because a lot of people. I went a little bit into the history and I tried to find what is the Japanese style, you know, and the first word, if you put Speak B and Japan, Black Fox is the number one that's coming up. It's strange, but it's but what is the difference in these? What is this? What is a specific Black Fox style?
Specific Black Fox style is mainly it's like sneaking up. It's a sneaky play actually. It's either if not sneaky, you're gonna be like snap shooting, but so precise you can only see like 2 fingers of a guy come out.
Yeah,
It's gonna come out like that and it hits you.
and then bang. So
I don't know if you've heard of a UAV.
UAV.
It's like a Japan UAV.
Yeah.
It's like ultimate airsoft battle.
No, never heard of
It's
it.
originally from Japan.
Yeah.
That they usually mistaken it as Speed QB.
Uh-huh.
It's like a competition style event, but real different, format.
So explain the format. Explain.
Well, mainly they have lower FPS rules, and then they also have UAV 1, UAV 3, and UAV 5. It's like a one man, or it's like a 1v1 game, or
Yeah.
a 3v3, and then a 5v5.
But it's more CQB stylish, or it's not on an open field like CQB, or
It's mainly it's a, let's say the back bunkers, right? The tall ones.
yeah.
Like put 4 of it, and then it's gonna be 3v3 on that one.
Oh,
Within
the
a
one
really
the short games. Those are the short games, aren't they?
yep, the short
yeah,
games.
the
Yep.
1v1s. I saw that. How do you call them? Because UAVs.
UAV, Ultimate Airsoft Battle.
Cool. I saw those things. I mean, I saw them on YouTube, and we were focusing there.
YouTube and if you ask JP from France, they tried to bring UAV to France, but they closed down Takoyaki CQB there. It's like who was supposed to be like hosting the UAV event there.
And this is something that you play, that you prefer to play, the 1v1s, or
No, actually, it's like we're trying to, make our, a different, what do you call that?
style?
Yeah, styles. Like we're not trying to make it together, but we're welcoming UAV players to play for Speed QB. But we're also like, if you want to play UAV, you could, but it's a complete different format. So
Yeah, but so explain me,
Yep.
what is the difference between a SpeakB player and a UAV player? I mean, what are the skills? What skills are different, and what do you need?
yeah, mostly of the UAV players are gonna be most. They're trying to be not so exposed when shooting from the bunkers.
Yeah.
So it's like, just imagine paintball players, back players for paintball.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like keep on snap shooting all the time. It's like
Yeah.
no low bunkers,
And now,
and then you have to be
so no, that so actually, it's trying not to expose as much as you can, and it's
Yeah.
not pre-shooting a lot. Everything is by one shot, or just as you said.
Yeah, mainly one shot, and then they have a munition limitation. Actually, it's like 100 shots per game, I think.
Okay.
So nobody's running gears and all that. They only have either rifle or the shotgun that only have one magazine. That's it.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
They're gonna make that count in one game.
And so it's being played in 1v1s and 2v2 and 3v3s.
Yeah, you can select which one you want to participate. It's like this 1v1, 3v3, 5v5.
Oh, cool. And how many bunkers are there when you play a 2v2 or 3v3?
Usually they just post out the layout like a few days before the competition.
Yeah.
So you don't have any info about it. So you couldn't practice it anywhere, you know. You're gonna be surprised how the new format is gonna come out, the new layout is gonna come out.
Yeah, some guys, they asked me for SpeakEB Europe too, like, please make new fields and build every tournament new field, but it's actually impossible to do it because everything is set there, and we have to plan a complete season. But I like the thing, because when I was there with you in LA, and when I was there in Tech City, and nobody played on that field before, because you just the day.
Yeah, it's like even the teammates of the participants on the finals, they only allowed the staff to make the field who aren't participating, and they get to keep their mouth shut with their teammates that this is gonna be the layout. And nobody actually knew about the layout until we get in there the first day.
Yeah, it's a competitive way too. But back to the UAV. Do you think the UAV could be a competitive sport?
It is. It's like mainly about competition here in Japan.
So that's the competition form in Japan. So there is a competition form next to SpeakEB. There is a the UAV is a competition form.
Yep.
Okay, and how many teams you talking about? How many teams you have there?
I don't have a specific count with JV, so we're mainly focused on Japan SpeakEB.
Okay, then we're coming back.
We have like 5-6 teams from UAB that participate on the last Japan SpeakEB.
Let's go into SpeakEB Japan, because Black Fox, that's your team.
Yep.
Are you one of the founders? Are you one of the, because Black Fox is an area too, an arena? Or
it's an airsoft field.
And you guys,
so
sorry.
Formerly Black Fox is it's actually a team. It's like me consisting Paul and then the owner Genki. And then it's like I met Genki like almost 9 years ago, I think. And then he kept on saying, it's like, I want to open a field. And then we try to find places, but it's really hard to find places here in Japan. And then after like 3-4 years, we found this place and then started the field, and then making Black Fox as a brand too.
It's and Black Fox is the brand, and Black Fox is the team, and
Black Fox brand, team,
field.
Mostly like a playstyle lately,
It's playstyle. Oh, interesting. So you have the Black Fox playstyle. So
it's like when mainly it's about a little bit of SpeakEB and a little bit of UAVs, like because Paul is the one who is teaching mainly. At the field.
You know why I wanted this
lectures there.
You know why I wanted this podcast, because there are so many questions from over here to you guys. I mean, for us, that's a really red spot. You know, we don't. Normally, I could say a dark spot, but nobody knows anything about what you guys doing there, and it looks so cool. It really looks cool on YouTube, and I follow you personally. I follow your the time when I met you. I followed you personally. I saw your videos, and one thing that why I'm a fan of you, Ran, is your accuracy, and is phenomenal. You're not a sprayer. You're just as a one-shot kill. I like that you prefer to make one-shot kills, see them, and the fast reactions. And Is that a little bit Black Fox too, or is it as a team, or is it just you as Flipsoft or you as Ran?
Mainly, it's like only me as Flipsoft, but some fans that started playing airsoft, Japan Speed QB, are mainly referring about my videos that they saw the video and then they really got impressed about it and then they tried to copy it. So
Yeah. So
for me, I'm thankful that I impressed them.
yeah, of course. But I mean, it's impressive. I mean, when I see you walking around, then is it a goal for you to hit as many people with at the at with the less BBs? I mean,
One ball.
yeah, with one balls. Yeah, is that your goal? So you started and you said, okay, I've got 30 BBs in there. How many people are gonna kill with those 30 people? Or is that the way how you start?
I really didn't think about it. I just, I'm mainly about having fun. It's like I'm trying to get a lot of content for my video. That's it.
Yeah.
I really didn't, I was like, I'm gonna do this today. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. It's like I didn't think of it. Just have fun.
So now, if you go to there and I mean videos, I see your videos, I follow you, but do you really want to go into a kind of direction with your content, or is that something that you want to grow in the future?
It's just it's like it's an extension of my hobby. It's like if I could grow it, it would be good.
Yeah. So I mean, I hope this podcast helps you to grow it, because you have to see your videos, because people who are technical and people who are efficient players and they love accuracy, they have to see you. I mean,
Yep.
there are not many people who I know, and there are a few who are playing like you.
There are a few.
There are a few, and those people are on my top list. They are there, and I like that players because they don't need 260,000 BBs to hit one person, or it's just it's just that mindset. Like, okay, let's go, and one goal is get the other one out, but the other goal is try to get him out with one BB.
Yep.
And actually, we had to make that UAV that you talked about and the combination, that would be actually a cool concept on its own. Create something like that, and
Yep.
maybe we have to do something. I don't know what, but I'm gonna definitely think about it after this podcast. So because it's really cool.
Yeah. Even the UAV players, they have like a membership card that you have to make, and then all of your records are gonna be. I think it's online or somebody's doing a profile about it. That you can actually count points there.
Yeah.
So you're like the season champion, kind of like that.
And
It's easier to track than making a division, actually.
as you know, I don't know if you know, but we are starting over here. We're starting Dash Masters. It's in a 1v1, but it's more game style.
Mhm.
So there are 3 game types like Hunter, but you have limited ammo too. As a Hunter, you only have 60 BB, and as the runner, because there are many targets on there, so you have different targets: the white targets, the blue targets, and the red targets. But there are only 2 red targets. They are 25 points. Then you have 5 blue targets. They are 10 points, and white. But the runner, they have 120 BBs, and the Hunter, he has only 60 BBs. So that already is all about the efficiency of
The challenge.
of the challenge. And then we have Landlord. So that Landlord, that's with 5 flags, and you have 3 minutes, and who has in those 3 minutes has the most houses captured actually is actually the landlord of the and then we have Dominator game, but that will be interesting because it sounds something that we could blend with something, but I'm definitely going to think about it. And but mostly I see you play online. I see you playing as a one man thing, because there are not many team. It's not many team content on there. Do you prefer to play as a solo player?
It's like that's another specific as a Black Fox style that most of us really we don't practice as a team. It's like we play our own style as individuals and then just get in a game as a team and then it just blend in. We don't practice it. It's just gonna blend in naturally.
Ooh.
We take advantage of those individualities. This guy's gonna play like this. This is gonna play like that. So it's just gonna blend in. Don't practice it.
Don't you think that's going to be a problem if you're going to be on international tournaments or things like that? I mean, because
it is a problem actually. But if you really know that the certain person, it'll probably blend in, even though without practice.
Yeah. It's gonna. I think it's gonna be hard because
blend in. Yep.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be hard because I see how many teams are practicing over here to, and I'm talking about Europe now. How they're practicing to be there, and if they don't do that, I cannot imagine. So I hope it's a kind of Japanese magic that can happen, that if you just coming together and you do a Zen moment, that you can play as a team. But I don't think it works like that. It's like a team. If you have a
most say that, but actually the current champions right now, Omega, is like the only original Omega player there was only one person, and then the other four were subs that they got from different teams from UAB actually, and then it blended good,
yeah.
And then they won it.
Oh man, that I really look at that. It stays so far away. I mean, it's one of my bucket lists. I need to go to Japan, and it's on my bucket list.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and it's gonna be, and it's gonna happen. But it's
vice versa.
Sorry,
me going to Europe.
Of course, and that's gonna happen too. I mean, it has to happen, but it's
yeah.
it's so many questions. I don't think I have more question marks on any country than Japan. Like, I really want to know the country. I mean, it's a beautiful country. The technology, I like technology. I like innovation. And in my way, is innovation is not. Japan was when I was young. Japan was number one in innovation, and I think they are still number one in innovation.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, there are so many questions, and that's why I like this podcast, because a lot of people don't know what the Japanese culture is. Away from that, you came into SpeakyB. How was that road? What was your first contact? How did you came in contact with SpeakyB? How did that work, Ran?
The first contact was after my friend introduced me the play style, the video from SYG, and then a couple of months after that, I think I posted a video of me, and then I think Sapo reacted on the video, and then I was like, from there I got a lot of contacts with SYG and all that.
And how did it work?
That's where it started.
And what started there? So you started and you said, man, this is cool. We want to do this in Japan, or how did it start?
At first, we didn't name it as Japan Speed QB or Speed QB. I asked Sapo and Roy that we're trying to make a Speed QB format event. And then if it works out, maybe you would give us the chance to use the Speed QB name as a event.
Yeah. And when?
And that video was the one, I think 2018, the video we uploaded, and then I think it's on official too.
And how many championships you organize now for SpeakyB official in Japan?
Is for Japan SpeakyB is the second one. Yeah.
Second one. And yep. is there for 2021? Is that going to be the second one, or is that going to be the third one?
The third one, yes.
Are you going to be a part of that?
I would love to, but lately Paul, it was like, no, you're an organizer, so you're not supposed to be playing. It's like, oh, you took my motivation right there. It's like, oh.
but I mean, I think you have to stay separate from each other. I understand that, because a lot of people, I know how people make things up
Yeah.
and I think it's not fair, to be honest, because there is a difference between organizing and sport and
organizing it.
yeah, but I mean, I believe in trust, and I believe in that. I think that people who are organizing can play too. I believe in that but it's the other teams or other people, they don't believe in that.
Yeah.
You know, they always see the bad things about it, and they always see like, yeah, but then they're gonna get points, and then but it's not working like this, and everybody thinks like that. But that's a bad thing. So
Yeah, that's the main thing. Paul told me that. Yeah, because a lot of teams are gonna be saying this, saying that. Okay, it's like I was like, I ain't competing next year then.
yeah, but I think Black Fox.
I'm gonna let my team QSA to compete for me, and then I'm gonna stay on the camera mainly. It's like try to be Coach Sapo is like try to commentate the whole event.
Yeah,
make it interesting.
When is the event stand for this year?
The event this year, we're trying to make the qualifier like May, I think.
Yeah,
it's not yet decided because of the corona.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be March this month actually.
Yeah,
and then because of the state of emergency, we have to move it like May or maybe let's say June.
So I think Black Fox
the
has
finals
to compete.
around November.
I think Black Fox has to compete. I think you have to find a solution because Black Fox is one of the main teams in Speaky B for us. So it would be strange if they're not competing in the Speaky B championships. That's what I think. So I think you have to find a solution that you're gonna compete in there.
Well, still, yeah. The team that started Speed QB here in Japan is QSA. If you heard of it, QSA Raptors, Quick Speed Airsoft Japan. So I'm a part of QSA too, and then there are probably enough members for them to compete for 2021. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, because you want to compete.
No bias.
Yeah. So you're a player. You're not an organizer. That's it. You know, it's like you want to play, and that's why it's a pity that you're not playing with Black Fox. So I understand that very well. So what do you think are the difference between the styles, the styles between the Japanese style, US style, EU style? What do you think are the difference in there? Do you see differences?
Yeah. So, well, Japan is lacking of aggression compared to LA and EU. And then if you say like accuracy, I'm going to say that Japan Speed B is on top compared to LA and then Europe.
I agree with you.
It's like maybe you could give a Japan Speed QB player one magazine and then it's like you could win the game with that.
But that's the way how you play. I mean, if you're playing against a US team as a Japanese team and they sending you a salvo of BBs, I mean, it's hard to find your way through because the suppression that they put on there, there's a difference when you receive one BB and you send one BB. And there's a difference between sending one BB and receiving 100 BBs because your movement will be completely different, you know? So that's something that I think it's going to be one of the biggest difference that I want to see in one of the championships, global championships, where I want to see those styles all coming together. Because as I said, I like what I think is nice to see with all those Japanese teams is that they all play with the same mindset, you know. So, and I'm thinking that what would they think if they have a US team or a Australian team or a European team, or it doesn't matter where, Brazil, and they really free shooting a lot and really sending many BBs to you. I mean, can you still survive?
You're gonna play by the points.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you still think you can do it with the style you play now? Do you think that is gonna win against the salvo?
Yep. We'll go by the rules, Paul. It's like within those much BBs, and then you're just gonna shoot out like what, a couple of 10 within 10 rounds. Like
That's
you can make it count. And then if the opposition doesn't call it, you can get a minus point for them, and then more points for us. That's a challenge.
And what do you think is the biggest difference between? I mean, this is one, the accuracy. So less BBs, more accuracy, and your hit percentage is going up. And then what do you see as difference to more in the speed QB scene, like Japan, US, and EU? Is there still something that you say, well, this is completely different than with us here in Japan, or?
Yeah, but I like the difference. I mean, the originality of each country, actually. Like, let's say New Zealand's, like, I haven't seen New Zealand play lately, but it's kind of like Australia too.
And what do you think is gonna be? Because I'm looking forward to that, Ran. I'm really looking forward to that when New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Taiwan, China, America, Brazil, Europe are coming together, and you get all those different play styles together. That's gonna be that is really something where I'm looking forward to, you know. And it's not like what is the best.
Same here.
Yeah, how do you blend? You know, how do you gonna blend with tactics? Because when you're used with a breakout and shooting 1,000 BBs in the first 10 seconds, you know what I'm trying to say? And now you get a team on the other side, and they're not shooting 1,000 BBs in 10 seconds, and they are more going for getting the first defense spot, and from there on they push and push and push and just collect the flag and try to get as many points. That is something that I'm really looking forward to. So what is harder for you to play against? What is harder? What do you think? Is harder to play against efficiency, or?
It's hard to play against a good teamwork.
Yeah.
That I learned when I was playing in LA 2018. Because when I went there, it's like SYG DJ. It was like, if you're doing one balls, forget about it. On this tournament, you're gonna go like more than 10 rounds on each game. It's like, you only gave me 3 magazines. How can I shoot that much BBs? It's like, but still, I did. You know, I made a lot of, like, I one balled some player from the back left on the mid. I mean, the back center of the opposition team.
Yeah.
I did a one ball. It still worked. I got the guy out. Even on the breaks, like off the break, 2 seconds, I got one guy off the break with a handgun. One ball.
That's yeah. But if you have to do this 10 games, and I'm 100% sure with that, because the way how you play is you do your breakout, you do your shot, and after that it's going to be taking your position, try to sniper, and try to get them out. That's the way how you play. And that's what I like, you know. I like that, you know. But it's when you're playing against a team who are really focused and communicating, and say against you that he's at the X or he's at the L, or it doesn't matter, and they give you a salvo from 2 or 3 players, and they just putting lines on top of you. It's so hard to escape, you know. It's, and if you can make it happen as a player as you are. To eliminate those guys, then you're my superhero. I mean, but then you're my superhero.
Well, we could try to prove it.
Yeah, that's it. And we're gonna prove it.
We will try.
We're gonna do it. As I said, I met you at Tech City 3 years ago, and you played against all of them. You play against SYG. You play against. Oh, you didn't play
SYG, LTD.
You play against them all.
Yeah, we played against the former champions, LTD. It's like, I got one ball by Figgy. At least not in the back of the head, but yeah, he got me good. So, I'm still gonna go for that revenge.
Yeah. So it's so you play SYG, LTD, Union. They were all there. So
yep.
So who do you think is from the US teams is the most? No. innovative teams, but is getting most close to you as a player? Where do you
To me,
if you pick up Flipsoft and you put them in that team, that's the perfect combination. What team would that be?
it will be down south.
Down south?
Yep, DS 2.0.
Okay. That's the team where you belong.
Yeah, it's like they're lacking players that kind of fits my description. So
Okay.
probably DS. Yep.
Okay. What was the best game you had in LA? What was the best game where you said, well, yeah, now I really felt it. That was the moment. Now I played Speaky B.
Actually, the first game
The
during
first game?
the finals. It was on my Instagram. It's like when I started on the left back and then pushed up the snake,
Yeah.
got 3 guys.
That was your.
That was like, yeah. It's like my answer to the commentator on Tech City. It's like they did a live like a month before the tournament. It's like, how's Japan player gonna be playing here, the LA style? And it's like, it's my answer right here.
So, what do you prefer for style? What style do you prefer?
Man, I have a lot of style that I could use depending on the opponent, actually.
Uh-huh.
Gonna play aggressive, gonna play smart, gonna play defensive, gonna play sneaky. Depends on the opponent mostly.
That's cool. That's so. And if you see let's say now, yes, there is a Japanese style, definitely a Japanese style, and there is a US style, and there is a EU style. What do you think is going to be the hardest to compete against? For me, if I was a player and I didn't play against any teams from Japan, US, or EU, what would be the hardest style to play against?
Well, careless as a country is probably good. It's a good teamwork.
Yeah.
Like for example, S02N has a really good teamwork. SYG has a good teamwork. Also, LTDs like superb defense.
Yeah,
like,
it's actually it's a pity.
Good teamwork. Good teamwork.
They are. I saw them last year or 2 years ago. I saw them with the last championships, and I really think it's really quiet now around LTD, and I really hope they are really going to pick it up again, because there's not a lot of content coming from them. But I saw them playing, and they're really smart players. They are smart players. Yep. They what I saw is when there is a beast on the other side, and they're really very aggressive, and they know how to. I don't know if this is a good English word, but they know how to control that rage,
Yep.
and that's something that I saw, and I think that's a tactic.
Well, you can refer to Black Fox style. It's kind of like that.
Is
it's
it?
like you're gonna study the opponent and then try to find the weakness first and then control it.
Yeah, because there was so much. Yeah, I saw that they are not the really aggressive players. I mean, LTD is not, and to be honest, yes, of course, SYG guys. I mean, they were open to me, and they invited me, and I always keep that love for that team because they stay there. But I saw them winning on that field where you were on the same championships, and it was just like a release. But I knew, I understood. Only I was there for 1 day or 2 days. I understood that release. I understood that emotional freedom when the final was played. I understood that, that it's a rivalry going on there, but
rivalry going on.
Yeah, a big one, but there are two complete different styles, So, and you say now Black Fox is more LTD style, and
more on LTD style,
and
mainly tactics.
What do you think about Union?
You don't have. Yeah, Union's like the upcoming SYG that times, like they're mainly in the middle of SYG and LTD.
Yeah.
The play style.
What do you think about Union Young?
They're the Union Young, the youngest, yeah. We still have a lot of years to expect from that guy.
Yeah. to be honest, Union is not an underdog, definitely not. But
Not an underdog.
no, definitely not. They have some brilliant players in there, and but I was there when Union Young was playing when he was 12 or 13 years old. It was because now he's 16 or something. So I saw on that moment, I saw talent. That guy is gonna change some things in Speaker B in the next coming 10 years. I definitely know that. He's gonna change some things. And I hope that they stay as a team because now, it's a nice team to watch. It's like with Virus in there, and it's a brilliant team to watch. But are they still there? Are they already there? Do you think to compete for the championships against SYG or LTD?
Yep, they are.
What do you thought about Asylum then?
Asylum is like they're more likely a EU team, but they're from North California. But the playstyle, they're mainly like EU. So they're like, let's say 40% aggression and 60 tactics.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Black Fox.
It's a good battle of Black Fox. 70 tactics and then 30, let's say 20 aggression, to be honest.
So what is
then 10% luck.
You need luck. That's true. So
because the blend of the players, individual players, like how you blend them is like 10% luck.
That's true. And finding the right players on the right team, that's not easy to do. It's but I'm still confused. Because but that's maybe what you create in this podcast. But is Black Fox is not aggressive, but it's very accurate. But you prefer, to be honest, if you have to choose between two styles, between the LTD style or SYG style, what style would you do? What do you prefer?
I'd go with LTD.
You go with
because
LTD
I'm
style.
used to playing like it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what is next to SYG? What is next to SYG? A team that actually is on that level, on that aggressive level with SYG.
It's going to be Union.
Yeah. That's the only conclusion I had too. Because, and I mean worldwide. I really mean that worldwide too. Because that's why SYG for me is always, they play their own style and not many people playing that style. It's that aggression style.
The aggression.
Well, to be honest, there is one team over here. If you say what's coming more close, that's Legion. Legion is playing more aggressive too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, from the other side, here are many more Black Fox teams and many more LTD teams in Europe, I think, than SYG teams, and that's why they are so special. I think that's why they are.
It is.
That's why I mean that group, man. That team is. I have a very warm heart for everybody who's playing there, and but they are so driven, and that's why they separate from the rest. They play. Actually, they're the only one who are playing that style. I didn't saw a second team who are playing that style. Did you saw a second team?
Nope.
No, it's not there. And that's cool because Black Fox has their style. And that's why LTD has their style. And Second to None has their style. And Legion has their style. I think you can't speak, to be honest, as more I'm going to talk with people international. My conclusion is that there is no European style, and there is no US style, and there is no Japanese style.
There isn't.
There are player styles and team styles. That's the difference. That's the difference.
It's like unique styles that are just combined, and then it's a good come up. It's like a good outcome.
Yeah.
Mainly.
It's I'm just gonna see if I still have some questions, man. It's yeah. So everybody has idols and everybody has examples and that kind. Who was your example in the Speaky B community?
Maggot. SYG Maggot.
Maggot. He's not playing anymore, but
Yeah.
especially for his high kappa qualities, I think, or not?
Yep. He started. Yeah. I started playing with high kappa because of him. Actually,
Is it?
the same setup, the dual stainless 4.3 high kappa.
And what is his quality? What actually hits you to say, yeah, this is something that I want to do?
Yeah, even for Maggot, it's like the videos he posted, it's not even about the 5v5 speed QB. It's like the pub games that he did, like the playstyle he did, the sneaking around, the playing with high kappa. That hit me real good. It's like, oh, this guy's good.
Yeah. And you played against him?
I wanna. Now, yeah, I was asking him that time when I went to LA. It's like, yo, we gotta play together or against each other. It's like he was down, but at that time he had the back problem, so
yeah,
we couldn't play together.
Yeah, I heard some rumors that maybe, hopefully, maybe, but not.
Yeah.
But let's hope those rumors are coming true. But that will be
comeback.
That will be great. That will be great. We're gonna do the senior teams.
The comeback of the GOAT.
That's it. Let me see if there is I think I did well. I mean, I thought I don't know how much questions I can do with a person I really never met, or really we met each other, but we don't know each other that much. And then, but I knew that there were so many questions from over here, and so I tried to get into the European people's mind. Like, okay, tell us a little bit more about how you see the Speaky B. So, name three people who you want to challenge. I know one, Maggot.
3 people.
Yeah. So 4 people then.
Maggot.
Yeah?
4 more.
No, yeah. So Maggot we know. So 3 more.
3 more. Okay. LTD Figgy, probably.
Yeah.
So it's like it's the other side of Maggot, so probably Figgy.
Yeah.
And then, so Down South 2.0 is True Remedy.
True Remedy?
It's like how he plays, yeah. And his background is like a former skateboarder as me.
Cool.
Yeah. And then the 4th one, probably, if I'm going to be 1v1,
Yeah.
I'm going to go SYG DJ.
DJ?
I still haven't done that, so, yep.
Those are the 4. I
Buddy.
didn't know. Actually, it's a pity because we are through our time, you know. It's like, but I didn't know about skateboarding. If I knew that you were a skater, we had some more to talk about. So next time when we're gonna do a podcast, we're gonna talk about more about that, because that's a culture on its own, you know. That's something really, really, really cool. So I always end with a few things. The first thing I always ask, my first question is, do you have questions for me, Ran?
Yep.
Everybody's
Question for Bert.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be, let's do it your way. It's like gin or whiskey.
Gin.
Gin.
Yeah, I'm a rum drinker. I like rum, so I don't like whiskey. So if you made
Same.
yeah.
Definitely rum.
Definitely rum, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, shoot. If you have questions, you can shoot, my friend.
Who are the other players or other teams that you're looking forward to besides Black Fox?
To interview or to know more about?
To know more about.
Oh yeah. Definitely on my number one, and that's I know SYG. I know the guys, I know everybody. And I think everybody knows them. So I really would like to have a Bert To The Bone and know better LTD. I just want to know
LTD.
how they think. And I would like to know Asylum. I I would like to know from Canada, Rush, how they are doing.
Rush.
Yeah. There is a new Polish team. I really want to see how they are doing. But what? Yeah, LTD is something that I think that people has many questions about, and
Yep.
they want to know more about their way. They are very close. You know, I saw them 2 years ago, and I'm just Bert. You know, I'm no competition, but you feel it's a community on their own, and it's very hard to come through that team. You know, you can't just get in and knock on the door and say, "Hi, I'm Bert, and I want to." No, it's not like that. They are very. So yeah, that's a team that I would like to interview, or not interview,
Yep.
but yeah. So just because I think, just that I know personally want to know how they think and looking at the community, because you don't hear much how they see the community. You don't hear much how they, you know, for us, I'm speaking as a European person. For us, it's like that. So I know that in America it's different, because I think in America the people know how they look at American teams and that kind of things. But it's just that, and I think Asylum is going to be one of the teams that is going to surprise the whole US in the next coming years, because they already did.
Yep.
So
They already did.
They
Had
did.
the MVP.
They did. So, and they were
had the
really
MVP.
surprised. Trust me, they were really surprised. They were. I saw them playing there, and they were from 0 to hero. So it was like never nobody heard
horse.
about them, and then they were there. And I think it was not a one day fly thing. It's something that they really can do often. Let me say it like that.
Yep.
Yeah. More questions? None. I'm gonna end with my questions. You know my questions, huh? So
Yep.
again, I'm gonna spare you too, because I didn't find that much for you. So next time I'm gonna know you more. So the first time when we're gonna actually the 1v1s before we're going there. Are you gonna go on tour? Not with 1v1. Are you gonna go on tour with Black Fox internationally? Are you going?
Not on competition, but maybe next year we're gonna go back to LA again.
Yeah.
Hopefully. It depends on Corona though.
Yeah. So and the global championships, what do you think about that?
Global championship, if it's possible, I'm gonna make a different team to compete internationally.
Okay. A completely different team. So you just pick the people and you say,
Completely
and we're gonna represent
Yep.
Japan.
So yeah. So I need a person who plays like this, a person who plays like that. Make it blend all together. Hopefully get a good outcome from it. Yeah, different team.
Cool. So here we go, Ran. Listen up. That's an easy one. Now I know it. But Union or LTD?
LTD.
LTD or captive?
LTD.
KFC or Jollibees?
Jollibee.
Bonakai parties or Mamakak bean throwing? That's a typical. Listen, Bonakai parties. That's on the end of Japanese. They do Bonakai party.
Bonenkai party.
Yeah. Or
End of the year party.
that's it, end of the year party. Or namemaki bean throwing. That's a thing that's Japanese too.
Yeah. Definitely Bonenkai. End of the year.
That's it. Pop or rock?
Rock.
Blue or white?
White.
US style, Japanese style.
Japanese style.
Tokyo or LA?
LA.
Noodles or fries?
Fries.
Shotgun or high kappa?
High Kappa.
Speed QB or CQB?
Speak UV.
Black Fox or a relationship?
Relationship.
Nissan or Mitsubishi?
Most likely zero. Yeah.
That's it. Nissan or Mitsubishi?
What was that?
Nissan or Mitsubishi?
Nissan.
Sumo or kendo?
Kendo.
Karate or MMA?
MMA. That too. I used to do MMA.
Oh, did you? For the next
Yep.
podcast. For the next podcast.
For the next podcast.
Union Young or 1S1K Sweet Tooth?
Sweet tooth.
Sweet Tooth. Who's going to win? Flipsoft or Union Young?
It's for you to find out.
That's it. But it's a question. You have to answer. Who's going to win?
I'll make him win.
You make him win? That's fair. PlayStation or Xbox? PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Oh man, I really enjoyed this podcast, Jan. I really, Ran, not
Me too.
Jan.
Me too.
I really liked it, and I know more now. But in this podcast, really
There's still
more
more.
questions rise. More questions rise, and I said next time we have to ask more. So if there is something, man, you're always welcome. You can always send me a mail or shout out. Do you want to do a shout out to somebody, by the way?
Shout out. Yeah, shout out to SpeedQB Europe for having me here, and to SpeedQB official for making this, it's a big part of,
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, again, Ran, thank you again. And I know it's late now there. Go and have a sleep. And I really hope to see you soon, man. I really hope to see you soon in a 5v5, a SpeedQB, or 1v1. It doesn't matter for me. I just hope to see you soon and shake hands, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for your
we
time.
gotta sit down on the bar.
With a rum.
More questions.
With a rum. Or
Rum
gin.
on the rocks only.
Hey, thank you, man. Have a good day.
Thank you, too. Thank you for having me.
Okay, bye-bye.